I remember I left the training ground. It was not nice for my family to have so many people at the door. So a couple of days, but then it's finished. And then I start doing my life in a very calm way. I was still in London. I lived there. I kept the house there. I was walking in the street. I was going to the gym. I was watching football. I went to Brazil in December, January, so get the good weather. I went to Portugal more times than normal, also to see my family. So everything in a calm way. If you ask me, it's nice to be sacked. It's nice to leave the job. It's not nice. It's not nice for me. It's not nice for anyone. But that's football. That's life, and I got it in a positive way.
For someone who is so super confident as you and lives life in the public eye as you do, is there some kind of dent to the confidence when you get sacked? And is there a grieving process that you have to go through to get over it?
No. You know, to be sacked is football. Many of the best managers in the history of football, they had their moment to be sacked. Of course, there are exceptions, but normally, and especially in modern football, you are in a position where it can happen to anyone. If it was a club where I gave nothing, I think would be more difficult to leave a club, to be sacked in a club where you give nothing. You are there in a period, and you leave just with a bad feeling. I think has to be much more difficult. When I leave a club where in 2 different periods I gave titles, in 2 different periods I gave to the fans some of the best moments as a club supporters, then you live with a feeling of I did my job, and that was the feeling. I don't think they won't, but even if they wanted, they couldn't delete me from Chelsea Football Club history. I don't think they won't, honestly. But I'm there in their history, and they are in my history. They belong to my history too. So no reasons for bad feelings. The owner decided to sack me. The fans, they have no power. They show day by day, match after match, they show that they wanted me. But in this profile of club, the fans, they have no power. In some clubs, especially in Latin countries, with the format of club, the fans, they have real power under the boards and the presidents. In this case, with owners, the fans, they have no power. So Mr. Abramovich decided to sack me. I left. Not one bad word about anything or anybody at the club, and this is my way.
Did you try and change his mind, or was it true what they said when they claimed it was a mutual decision and you both agreed it was best for both of you to part ways?
No, and in my little how do you call it, statement, written statement that we publish, I told exactly that was not mutual agreement. Mutual agreement was in my first period at Chelsea, where I agreed completely that it was time to change. I was very keen to change. I was more than ready to go to my adventure to other countries. I wanted to go to Spain, to Italy, and this time was not that. Was decision by the owner, and I was informed of that decision, and I accepted, obviously, in a polite way. So the same way we signed papers when I left Real Madrid to go to Chelsea. This time we signed papers to leave the club, which I did in a calm and polite way and respectful way. And then I waited for what I would prefer, which was to stay in England in the Premier League, and then I was lucky to have a big club like Man U.